Hey, how's it going? Thanks so much for spending some time with me. I wanted to make this video to share about what I've been doing about how I get paid for posting workout selfies. A couple days ago, I posted on Instagram and on Snapchat a little video that showed basically this. Um, these are weekly paychecks that I've been getting over the last several years, actually, for posting about my workouts and posting selfies on social media. And I just kind of scrolled through this, and as soon as I did that, there are a lot of people who reached out to me and asked how I'm doing this. So I wanted to make a video just to be kind of more efficient with this, to share exactly how this works and what I'm doing. And if this is something that you feel like you want to do as well, then reach out to me and I'll help you get started also. As you're watching this, go ahead and take some notes. Any questions that you have, any things that jump out to you, feel free to do that so that when we talk, then we can kind of direct our conversation. And I'll say right up front, there is a whole new group of people who are about to start a training that I'm going to be doing to help people get started in the next couple days. And if this is something you end up wanting to do, then I would love to include you in that. Also, I want to just put right out front why I am doing this. Why is this guy taking time out of his schedule to share tips about how he's making money posting workout selfies? I am essentially kind of a headhunter for my company, and as they are expanding, they have asked me to search out for other people who want to do this because this actually makes them a lot of money as well. So as I find other talent and other people who want to do this as well, then they pay me for helping them out. So that's kind of my own non-altruistic motives right here. I want to start off by sharing a little bit about how I got started and my story, and I'll try to make this as brief as possible because I have a rehearsal to get to in about a half hour. So first of all, right now I am a university music professor. I teach at two universities here in Chicago. I teach voice and composition and theory, technology, music history, counterpoint, songwriting, things like that. And then I also music direct at a church on Sunday mornings. And I also perform and music direct for the Cabaret Project. We are here in Chicago and Lake Geneva, and we just opened a theater in St. Louis. I am not a trainer. I am not a certified nutritionist. I am a musician. So if you were worried about doing this and not being like a certified anything, I'm not either. There are people who are also doing this, but it is not a requirement, clearly. So I want to kind of back up a little bit and just share a brief story about when I was a kid. So right now I'm 35 years old. I'm 5'6". I know some people think that I'm taller on social media. Maybe Facebook adds 4 inches, but I'm 5'6", and when I was a kid, when I was like 12 years old, I was eye level to light switches, and that was a big deal for me. I hated being the small guy. I hated being kind of the skinny guy. I didn't like that. I just felt like I didn't make an impact. And I can remember one night I was with my church youth group. We were playing Capture the Flag, and at one point, I caught the arm of this one guy from the other team who was about 2 feet taller than I was, and he was kind of cute, and I didn't know what to do with those feelings as well. And I was about to like bring him back to my jail, and he wrenched his arm out of my hands and pushed me to the ground, and then ran back to his side. And I was just shocked. I was stunned. I felt like, I was following the rules, and he should have come back with me, but he used his own power to kind of have his way. And at that point, I remember really specifically starting the message of, I am not enough, I am not powerful, I don't take up space, I don't make a difference. And I just remember so many nights crying myself to sleep, just hating my body, hating being small. And essentially, I decided if I couldn't control my physicality, then I was going to focus on things that I could control, which was music and which was studying really hard. So I threw myself into piano. I studied a bunch. I got a doctorate in music, and that's what I'm doing now professionally. So thankful for that. However, there were some emotional things that I really had to work through. And of course, there comes a time, where I had to really face my body issues, and I had to just figure out a way to make peace with it as well as make progress with it. I realized that it wasn't an all or nothing thing, that I could actually make physical progress, not getting any taller, but I could make some muscle. So I would go to the gym, I would read the fitness magazines, I would see whatever workouts Ryan Reynolds was doing and like do that for 2 weeks because I thought he was super hot. And I was like, ooh, I'm going to look like Ryan Reynolds. And then 2 weeks later, I didn't look like Ryan Reynolds, and I got frustrated, and I fell off and started eating like crap food again. So it was just this cycle. So one day, about 6 years ago, I was talking with some of my students at the university, and they were talking about some of these Beachbody programs. Beachbody is the company that I'm working with. They make programs like P90X and Insanity, 21 Day Fix, Body Beast, things like that. And they said that their cousin did one of them last summer and lost like 30 pounds, and now he can do pull-ups. And I was like, oh, that's crazy, because I had seen those infomercials on TV, but basically I thought it was all a scam. I'm not the kind of person who just like buys things off of infomercials. But that thought kind of lodged in my brain. And one night, my fiance at the time, we're married now, we were prepping for our wedding, super stressed with all of that. Uh, and we fell asleep on the couch after gorging ourselves with pizza and watching TV. And I woke up on a Saturday morning at 4 a.m. And what else is playing on TV at that time but those infomercials for P90X? So I'd like bleary eyed looked at this infomercial. I'd seen it before, but for some reason I decided to pay attention. And uh, I saw these results of real people who were really making a transformation. So I saw that it had a money back guarantee, and I decided, well, what do I have to lose? Even though I was going through some financial difficulty at the time, I was actually going through a bankruptcy and foreclosure due to some real estate investments right before the housing market crashed. So I was in no position to spend money. However, I felt like I wanted to do something for myself. I was heading into the summer also, and I thought maybe I can find something to do at home, so that I wouldn't have an excuse not to like drive 20 minutes to the gym. So I decided to do P90X, and the actually it took me 100 days to finish this. And let's see if I can pull up my results. I made a little photo collage. So it took me 100 days because I wasn't perfect, but these are my before and after photos for the first 90 days. And I finally got those abs I was working for so hard, for so long. And what I realized was that what I needed was a system. I needed a clear step-by-step process that said, do this workout on this day and eat this. I was really new to the whole dieting thing. Like I had never done a diet, but I really wanted to throw myself into this 100%. In fact, I wanted to prove that it did not work so that I could get my money back. Actually, that was my original motivation. So by the time I got into it, I was like, oh shoot, it's working. I'm not going to get my money back, but I got my abs. So I needed a system. I needed something to tell me what to do. I did this both at the gym and at home. And yeah, so that's how it all started. So now is the time in the presentation where I share various shirtless selfies. of other progress pictures. So this is probably like halfway through my second round of P90X. Lots of bathroom mirror selfies. And this is actually about halfway through that second round of P90X. Um, and I got a lot more ripped because at that point I discovered their superfood smoothie, Shakeology, which I'll tell you about more in a second. But that was really what made the difference there. Got some really cool opportunities because of this to do some modeling photo shoots, just something fun to do on the side, and it's a cool stroke of the ego. My cabaret group did Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I got to be Rocky. And it was such like a mind freak to walk out on that stage in those gold lame shorts, and my body was coated with oil and gold glitter. And I mean, frankly, even though I felt really good about my body, it's difficult to do that in front of a bunch of gays at the show. But I remember back to when I was 12 and remember hating my body and really just saw this as an opportunity to be a milestone in confidence. To say, when I look in the mirror, when I look at these pictures, I'm just proud of what I see. So if you are in a place where you're feeling like you want to be proud of your body, then I invite you to come along with this journey with me as well. So over the years, I've been doing this for about 6 years now. I'll be honest, I've had times where I'm really strict and times when I'm not as strict, usually with the food. So I kind of test out these programs to see how they work. So here are some before and afters from some other programs that I've done. This is 21 Day Fix, 3 weeks. This is Insanity Max 30 in 60 days. Loved this program. This is one of my favorite transformations when I was doing their muscle building program called Body Beast, where I gained 10 pounds of muscle. And I mentioned before also their superfood smoothie called Shakeology. So right now I'm doing this superfoods challenge where I use this for one meal of my day. In addition to protein, it also has vitamins and minerals, prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes, adaptogens. What else? Yeah, I think that's it. And phytonutrients as well. Greens. And I'm seeing all these other products that are coming out now that are kind of like trying to mimic what Shakeology's been doing for several years. So that's what I do, and it has completely removed my junk food craving. I mean, I still have pizza every once in a while, but I can control it. Whereas I used to polish off an entire bag of Starbucks or of Starburst jelly beans. Now I feel like I can control that sweet tooth, and it's really because of Shakeology. Boosts energy as well. So I want to just be clear. A lot of people ask, can I do these programs in the gym? Like, do I have to do this at home? I don't know if I can find the motivation. You're going to do it or you're not. Doesn't matter where you are, but one of the cool things, and I'll show you in a second, that Beachbody's developed is a really easy way to take this into the gym. For several years, I did this in the gym because I didn't have the weights at home. And since then, I've invested in some of my own weights. So, that's why I work out at home, just because I like to save time, because I have 4 freaking jobs and a business. So if that's something that you're wondering about, yes, you can absolutely do these things in the gym if you're a gym lover. So the next slide is all about exactly how I get paid. So Beachbody is the company that pays me. So essentially, their mindset is if their customers are getting results with their products and they're already talking about them to other people, posting before and afters on social media, and essentially getting free advertisement for the company, that's then directing people back to Beachbody, they figure, why don't we pay these people to do this? So that's how I get paid. Beachbody pays me a commission off of any products that people purchase through me. Um, and I'll go through more of those details in a second as well. But that's how this kind of works there. So I want to share, actually, let's see. Before I get into these 5 tips of success, I have my little notes here. I want to share some of the support that I have set up for those who are joining me along on this journey. So I'm going to go over to Facebook. First of all, I want to share with you my fitness motivation group. This is the place where I've gathered friends who are doing these Beachbody programs together to come and share tips and check in after their workouts, cheer each other on. It's an incredible community of people that we call the Ramp. In fact, we just had a couple new people join. And this is the place where sometimes we're serious, sometimes we're not. We just have a really good time. So I love these people. If you're watching this and you're in the Ramp already, thanks so much for watching. You rock. You make my life better. And then I also have a thread for people who are specifically working on business, on trying to grow an income doing what I'm doing. So there's that support. In addition to these, Beachbody also has an app called My Challenge Tracker that functions very similarly. So if you're not a Facebook person, then this is a great option for you. And then I also want to share with you, let's see. Yeah, I want to share with you their streaming service. So I mentioned before that there's a way that you can take these into the gym. You don't have to be confined at home with a DVD player. This is their service. It's called Beachbody On Demand. It's kind of like a Netflix for fitness, where they have a whole library of all of their programs that you can stream on a mobile device or a tablet. So essentially, let's see if I can go back to their home screen. We have the programs loaded up here, and you can search by trainer and by fitness as well, fitness goals as well. And you open it up. This is the program that I'm currently doing. And click on one of the workouts, and then it streams right there. So it's pretty easy. And it's really good quality. Good quality picture. So that's Beachbody On Demand. In addition to that, I've also developed a training site that walks people through step by step exactly what I've done to create my business. And it's just a website here. I won't give you the URL because it's top secret. But this is it. So just so you know, there's really clear training about how exactly to do this. Okay, so now I want to go through 5 tips to be successful. There we go. So by now, you kind of have an idea about how this works. So these are the 5 things that I do. And if you want to be successful at this, then these are the 5 things that you're going to want to do as well. So as you're looking at these, ask yourself, is this something that I'm either already doing or that I'm interested in learning how to do? So number 1, on the fitness, it's important, no matter where you start, to be working toward your fitness goal. I mentioned at the beginning, I'm not a trainer. I'm not certified in anything fitness. I've learned a lot, but I'm not certified. You don't have to be certified. You do not have to be a fitness guru or a fitness expert. In fact, I think some of the best coaches are people who are at the beginning of their fitness journey, because what's more inspiring than seeing somebody who is who's working to make their life better and sharing about that. So if you are interested in getting fitter from wherever you are, if you're just starting out, kind of in the middle, or if you're a fitness pro even, there are a lot of coaches who are fitness professionals already. And a lot of group fitness instructors as well. So this opportunity is available to all of the above. Number 2, it's important to be successful to get in the right mindset and to learn the right skill set. And we do that with personal development in the forms of books and audio, essentially because I've built my business basically on social media. It's important that I keep filling myself up with really good content so that I can have ideas and I can have a worldview to share on social media. Back when I first started with social media, of course, I had zero friends. And honestly, when I first shared my before and after pictures, I would get like 2 or 3 likes. I didn't really have a following, but I learned how to build a following, and now I'm teaching others how to do the very same thing. Here's my little quote on that. Just like RuPaul says, stop relying on that body. I have a lot of my books on my iPad there. Number 3, it's important to share your fitness journey and your life. Uh, if you are getting to be the most ripped person in the world, but you're not telling anybody or nobody sees it, then you're not going to do anybody any good. I'm certainly glad that my coach reached out to me and shared his life on social media so that I could be getting paid for my workouts as well. Number 4, it is important to be self-motivated. Of course, we have this great structure. Oh, there's a Club Crave ad. There you go. We have this great support structure, but at the end of the day, nobody's going to slap that donut out of your hand. You have to want this for yourself. You want it or you don't want it. So there's that self-motivation. And then as it relates to working with other people, as a team, we have a team culture that is focusing on loving others into being their best, really believing in others and wanting the best for others. So much more, in my opinion, much more effective than shaming others into, doing what you want them to do. No finger wagging here. So that's our team culture. Number 5, it's important to want to make money, and it's important to want to make a difference helping others. Of course, many of you are watching this video because you saw that I was making money. Some of you have reached out to me because you saw that, in your words, that I'm positive and making a difference in other people's lives. And so, this is one of the things that I'm really intentional about. And for others who have that as a vision for their life, like if you have a vision to be positive, to have a good impact on other people, and to make money while you're doing it, then this might be a good opportunity for you. Okay, back to there. In addition to getting paid weekly, we also get these really cool trips. Let's see if I can find a couple photos. Last year, Beachbody paid for us to go to this all-inclusive resort in Mexico, 5-star, and we had some cool times exploring caves. And in a couple weeks, I'll be going on a cruise in the Caribbean, completely paid for by Beachbody. So awesome perk there. Okay, so by now, you're probably wondering, how does this all work? How do I get started? What are the details? I'm going to actually just lead you to, this is on my training site. These are the details of exactly how this works. As you look at this, be asking yourself, is this something that I want to do? As I'm kind of a headhunter looking for other talent and other people who want to get paid for working out and posting selfies, this is how to do it. So number 1, coaches get a 25% commission on all products. Then there are other income streams as well, in the forms of what they're calling cycle bonuses and quarterly bonuses, some of which are up to $40,000 or $50,000 every 3 months. And in addition to that income stream, we also get a 25% discount on all Beachbody products, so we can test out the latest programs, things that I would be interested in doing anyway, and we get a cool discount on that. Beachbody handles customer service and all shipping and handling. There's no product that I have to keep in my closet or in a garage and kind of offload or sell on consignment. To get started, there's a one-time $40 startup fee to start your business, which actually can be waived if you are purchasing your workout and your first month of Shakeology, which they call a challenge pack. So if you're doing that, and I'll tell you about the price range in a second, if you're doing that, then they waive that $40 startup fee. Most people do that anyway. So you're kind of getting the tools for your business, and as a reward, they waive the startup fee. The next, for starting on month 2 and following, there's a $15.95 a month business service fee, and that pays for 4 websites that Beachbody maintains for you that are your online commerce portals. It also includes a subscription to Success Magazine Online. And it's basically like a Costco membership where you pay for the membership, but as you're using it, you actually end up saving more money in the long run. Um, for example, if this is confusing at all, on your monthly Shakeology, with your 25% discount, you would save about $30. And if you add in the business service fee, you still end up saving about $14 or $15 on your superfood smoothie. We love the military, are in full support of them, and to say thank you. If anybody's watching this who are military, if you know people who are military, this is good to know. They waive all fees for active military veterans and their spouses. So that's the startup fee as well as the monthly fee. And of course, you can cancel at any time. There's no cancellation fee. You just send in an email and say, I want to quit. So those are the details. Now, at this point, there are 2 kind of questions that a lot of people have. And the first is money. Like, I don't know if I have money to start a fitness program, or to invest in it. What is the range? For most people, the range to purchase their first workout program and 30 meals of Shakeology, so that's like buying 30 breakfasts. We don't typically buy 30 meals at one time, but that's what you're doing. Typically, depending on the workout program and the product that's right for you, if you're trying to build muscle or cut, and I can help you pick which one, the range is usually between about $220 to $140. If you were to start a McDonald's franchise, it would cost you about $2 million to start. And it would probably take your business several years to begin breaking even. So you'd be taking out loans, and you have no guarantee of making that money back. Now, of course, if you're interested in fitness, you're probably not going to open a McDonald's franchise. So if you compare the startup fees with what this is compared to other business endeavors, it's just stupid low. I mean, it's crazy. And essentially it's free because you're buying a workout that you do anyway. The other question that a lot of people have is time. Do I have time to do this? Now, I'll just remind you, I have personally 4 jobs. I run this business. I have a family. And these are things that I would be doing anyway. Like, I would be working out anyway. I love posting on social media. I'd be doing this stuff anyway. Why not get paid for it? That's kind of my perspective on this. At the end of the day, it really comes down to, what do you want? And do you see this as an opportunity for you to do this along with me? So I want to cast my vision. Like, where am I going with this? I mentioned before that I declared bankruptcy. Of course, that doesn't clear student loans, and this is helping me pay for my student loans. It's really fun to be able to have money for car rent or car payment and rental and movies and things like that. But ultimately, I see this as a way to build a legacy and to be able to afford a home. I want to build a kick-ass recording studio to do lots of awesome music in. I want to be able to afford to expand our family with children, to help my folks out as well, and just to really remove the pressure of finances. And it's been incredible to be able to taste that. And I have a vision to build the largest team of gay Beachbody coaches out there. And if you have no idea kind of how the culture is, they're super gay friendly. A lot of their trainers are gay, but there are not a lot of gay Beachbody coaches doing what I'm doing. And so I figure, like, how cool would it be if I could just surround myself and build a community of GLBT people who are doing good for themselves and being a positive force in the world and really making an impact. And if that's something that you feel called to be a part of, I would love to include you as well. Of course, we accept straight people as well. I've got a bunch of straight people on my team, but everybody's GLBT friendly, we'll say that. So that's the presentation. My question to you is, does this make sense? I would love to talk with you about this. Probably if you're thinking like, yeah, I think I could do this, or I think I could learn how to do this, I'd be interested in learning how to do this, then this might be the right thing for you. As I said before, I have a training that's just about to begin, so I can help people get off the ground and get started, and I'd love to include you in that. Also, this is the perfect time of year. Right now, it's February 29th, heading into the summer. This is like the best time of year to be a coach because everybody's trying to get ready for the summer. A lot of people are looking to be fit and to feel better about themselves, to have more energy. It's pretty freaking awesome. So I would love for you to be a part of my team if this is something that you resonate with. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My email is ripped411fitness@gmail.com, or you can just message me back. So thanks so much for watching this. If you've made it this far, you're probably interested, or you like seeing my bare shoulders. Either way, but I really appreciate you. Hope you have an amazing day. And if this is something you want to do, I'd love to talk with you and work with you. All right, have a great day. Bye.